What do you got going there, Letta? You got going, huh? Here's these little guys. Look at these guys, Letta. Look at these guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I couldn't see me. But I couldn't see me. What are you doing? What's this guy? One of the big males. So this is Letta's pups. They're a few days old. I guess maybe 3 or 4. Come around here. They're doing really good. There's 6 of them. They're doing so good. Letta's doing good. She's doing great. Just had her out. She was burning around for a minute. So these are really nice pups, really content. Letta's in great shape. let me, you better come here. So yeah, just spin around, let it. Go ahead. Sit right there. Can you sit down? Go ahead. So yeah, we're excited about this. So there's 2 females and 4 males. And all doing good. They're all even. They're all the same. And very nice fellas. Very good pups. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. Just come around here, Letta. Turn around here. Turn around here. Just sit right here. Can you sit down? Can you sit? Can you sit down there? No way, eh? No way. So lots of times you'll read about what's critical. No, you just hang on, buddy. I just brought him in. That's Letta's other boy, Hercules, from her litter last year. Oh, this guy's way over here, Letta. This guy's way over. He's coming over to me already. This guy's coming to me already, Letta. Look at him. Look at how tough he is. Look at how strong he is. He knows who's boss. He knows. You guys are doing good. So lots of times you'll hear things like the first 8 weeks is critical, the first 16 weeks is critical, the first year is critical, all of those things. But nothing is as critical as the time from when they come out to when that cord gets released. That's the most important time. And you'll read lots of ways that people suggest to do intervention or get involved or anything like that. You can call it anything you want. But ideally, you want to let the female just determine everything about that cord. When the umbilical cord is tied on, most of the blood is not in the pup. It's just circulating through the pup. And it just circulates around and goes back in her and goes to the next pup and comes out again, goes to the next pup. And they're sharing all the memories, all the the cellular structure. They're sharing everything, food, nutrients, you name it. But not all his blood is in him. It's circulating through him. And so when he comes out, she can somehow tell when he's full. So she has to fill him up with blood before she lets that cord go. And before she cuts that cord, she has to pump him full. And there's an action and a way that she knows that. But you just come over here. Come on over here. Good. I never go near the cord, ever. And you'll read articles about people, wow, they have clamps, they have scissors, they're trying to be a vet. And they have all kinds of things that they got to do to worry about that cord. But in reality, you should never touch it, because if she doesn't think he's full, she's not going to touch it. And so she's still filling him up in lots of cases. Now, depending on what number he came out as, and where he was in the whole scheme of things, he might be filled up very early. He might take a while. And so you'll see her come out, the pup will lay there, she'll clean him off of it, but she won't go for that cord yet. And so something triggers her to know that he is ready. And that means he's full of blood. Now, if you cut that cord early, you could literally cut off 40% of his entire blood supply, because he's not running a full blood supply. So you do not want to cut that cord. Just let her do it. Now, I don't know what other breeders do. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. But what we try to do is give the pup the absolute best start that he can. So we fill the female full of nutrients right from conception, even before. I do a program called flushing, meaning I'll fill her up with nutrients when she's cycling. I make sure she's overfed when she's getting bred, just before getting bred and while she's dropping eggs, and then I'll keep her on a high plane of nutrition all the way through, so that the health of the pup is at the best I can, but also so that her condition is awesome. I want her to have all kinds of extra condition so that she doesn't have to get agitated in the early days of feeding these little guys. And then, of course, whelping is a critical time, because that's when the pup now becomes all his own. So he now becomes all his own. So he has to have everything from her that he needs. And it all comes through that cord. And so when he comes out, he's going to switch. Jaeger, that's enough. That might be Ben. That might be Ben. That might be Remy. Who's making that noise over there? Tundra? No, Tundra's in here. Tundra's here. Yeah. So one of these big boys is Tundra. But that critical time is right at whelping. Now, the other thing we never do, I never do, is I never take that pup from that mother. I've actually read people say, take the pup away and set it in a basket while she's having them. And I'm thinking, how crazy is that? Like, talk about setting a pup up for some kind of psychosis, separation anxiety or something. The most critical time in his life is when he's just born. And ideally just stay out of his road. He's going to stay right there and she's going to keep him right there. But taking a pup away from whelping, like I never heard of anything so crazy. So anyway, I never touch him. I just get out of the road. I'm really here for observation only and just to watch that everything goes smooth. I'll maybe wipe the nose a little bit, you know, when they come out. You just break that little, if it's got a little bag on, sometimes there's a bag. So I just wipe that bag off like that, but I let her clean them off. She cleans them all off. Now the licking invigorates the pup and just gets him going, but it also connects him to her outside. So now he's now connecting to her outside. And so once she's got him kind of cleaned off, well then I'll let him know that I'm around too. And so pretty soon he's connected to both of us, but primarily her, of course. But he does know that I'm here. And so that whelping time is when you can get very, very stable pups. They're stable inside her, and when they come out, if everything is just stable as can be, you get pups that are just absolutely trouble-free for life. And that is a crucial time. Now, if you've gone ahead and put this guy in some basket somewhere and he's 12 hours waiting to get to his mama, holy man, talk about screaming. So no, don't even do that. These guys would never make a sound. These pups will never make a sound pretty much. Now, if Letta goes out and I'm not in the pen, in short order they might start making a little bit of noise. But if I come into the pen and sit in the pen, all I got to do is just touch them and they'll shut right up and they won't make a sound. And they will just sit here like as if she's here. And so that's the beauty of this early development, is the pups are so laid out, so full. And it makes a big difference in the early stages, in the early development. The pups are just so relaxed. I should have booted that group outside. I put them all together in that big pen. Oh, that's funny. Letta, my face is pretty clean. I'm pretty good, Letta. So, those are crucial things. And we don't get involved too much. I try and stay out of the way. Let her have them. And she knows what she's doing. And even the young females, I don't get in there too much. Lots of times they're a little nervous, they're a little uptight, and they will literally get right in my lap pretty much. They're worried a bit. But once they start pushing and whelping, then they'll just lay down and go for it. Now Letta sometimes will stand up and spin around a little bit. And so I'll just catch the pup when he comes out type of thing. But don't bother him if he slides down. She's kneeling down anyway. So, but what are you doing, mister? What are you doing, mister? Where are you going? You better sit down and feed these guys. They're starting to wake up. He's coming over by me, Letta. He's coming over by me. He's just trying to sit here by me. You're to stay by me, buddy. But that is a crucial part of development, and that early stages, and the more you can keep the female calm, and of course that takes food. Now, the fatter she is when she has them, the better the condition, the calmer she is, because she doesn't have to get up to eat then. So she can have 72 hours without moving. She'll just get up, turn around, go to the other side, lay down, turn around, drink some water, come back. She won't eat. And then she'll go out. Eventually she'll want to go out, put her out, and then she'll eat. And once she starts to eat, she'll eat like a wolf, but she'll eventually, right now, like today, this many days, now she wants different food. So now I come in with a variety of stuff. I give her like a little buffet, so that she can choose what she wants. She gets a little fussy, which is totally good, because obviously she knows she might be wanting something a little different. So I make sure that she has everything that she wants, so she milks like crazy, right? Now I put a lot of bone content in that food about 24 hours before she whelps, so that when she milks all that milk out the first time, it's very rich. And these guys, you can tell, look at how peaceful and content and easy going they are. It's a very good group. This is a very good group in that they all hang out together too. It's not often I come in and I see one way over somewhere, but I'll put a divider up right away, and then they're only in this area. But they're fed good, boy. They're doing good. Letta's doing good. Letta's an awesome whelper. Now, I've sat with this genetic for a lot of different generations, and they're all exceptional. Now, the old boys all say that the memories, if everything's done right at whelping, all the memories and instincts get transferred. And so I sat with great-grandma Mia. They were transferred successfully to Tora. Sat with Tora when she whelped. They were successfully transferred to Kai. Sat with Kai when she had her litters. They were successfully transferred to Letta. And now I sat with Letta, and they're all successfully here. So all the memories, all the instincts, all the old knowledge is all in the cellular structure and in the blood, and it's transferred down. And as long as you don't sever that early or do anything to harm that, it all comes down. Now, some of the instincts, they need to be woke up, and they're woken up by external factors, but they're all in the pup. And so you have to have that. You have to have that concept when you're whelping. And that's why these pups of mine are so much the same every time. It doesn't matter what genetic, it's just such a smooth transition. Well, Letta, if you feed raw, you can't smell anything. There's no smell here. And her teeth are perfectly white. It's just warm air. That's it. You're a good dog, Letta. Yeah, so I've got to go and check on them other guys now, but I wanted to touch on that aspect of our program. Now, these are 5th generation pups for us. You know, this is almost 20 years worth of whelping here. That's pretty much what it is. Because little Mia, I remember we're raising little Mia, and that was a long time ago. So yeah, pretty cool. Really cool to see this actually. I have Letta's sister outside, and that's a Kai daughter too, Rita. I was working with Rita yesterday. We had a fun day. She's she'll whelp at the end of this year probably, or somewhere along there. Okay, Letta. I'm going to leave you here. That's a pretty good video. Just about early development, early handling, early training.